At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
319.
Rodgers off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Back north.
Trying an inside give to Warren. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
26.
Rodgers set to pass. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. This is Metcalf working that right side. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. On fourth down, it's Rodgers. Throw caught by his running back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Johnson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Complete on the option. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10.
Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one, and yes, they did. Bengals football.
Go, go, go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On third down, here's Burrow. Ooh, and almost an opening drive pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it, so the potential turnover winds up on the ground. Does, though, bring up fourth down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10.
No. Look at the 8.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Rodgers going to throw here. Third down. Chased out to his right. He's going deep down this side. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Jordan Battle with the INT. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kit, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning track. 300 feet in the air, he hung that baseball to gun down the runner at home plate. The difference here in football, yeah, you throw that ball up, that DB's also got to run 50-some yards, go up high point and make a play. That is just incredible defensive football.
They've got a man in motion. Burrow now on first down. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11, empty. Here we go.
Brown quick on the draw here. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for second down.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Gun.
Burrow from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance.
Right, 80. Twelve. 11.
Brown. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Here we go.
Offense in the hurry up here. Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third and goal now. Can they find that final yard? He finds him right side. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
58.
They'll start the drive with Warren, and he gets a few on the punch forward.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
319.
Play action here with Rodgers. Metcalf there to bring it in. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to it. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now give left side. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Blue 58!
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Move Brown to start the drive. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Burrow on the play action. Going deep here for the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Brown. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Options are open here, and this is 2nd and inches. Running for it with Brown. When he gets in, touchdown! The Bengals can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. That begins with a run by Johnson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground again with Johnson. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That one's going to be brought to an end by Shamar Stewart.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers, needing 8 on 3rd down.
Green 18. Back north. Screen 18.
They'll air it out on 3rd. It's caught by Wilson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He brings it in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw here by Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. He finds space into the red zone. And they finally get to him at the 15. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Showing a little burst so far. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 11, 180. 12.
No throw, 3rd and long. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So as they face 4th down, on comes Ryan Rico to kick it. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. To the air on 1st down. Rodgers taking a shot deep here. Oh, intended for Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Geno Stone picks it up. And the Bengals will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
11. Let's get set. 180, 12, 12, 12.
Burrow out of the shotgun. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Steelers at the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just one play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
58, 630.
Rodgers going to throw on first. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
319, back north.
Back to throw it. Austin's there to haul it in. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Now Boswell on to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cut!
Starting the half with a give to Brown. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Gun. Cut!
Shotgun handoff to Piron. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
We're good.
Offense in the hurry up here.
11.
One play action here. Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Can. Cut!
From the gun, Piron. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. We've got a screen to the running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd down, they need 7.
Here we go. 180, 11 MT. 11.
To the air on 3rd and long. That is caught. He's got Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
All set now, 1st and 10.
Set. That's 12, 12, 12. Back.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finding Brown, back-to-back plays. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They run with Warren. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Get 300, 319, 88, 88, 88. Back north.
Pressure coming, Rodgers. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
319.
It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's going to push one deep down the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Gun. Got 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow to the air now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
I'm one, right?
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
11, come. Here we go. 12. Right.
Brown on the inside give. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on that game. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go. Right in.
From the gun, a gift to Brown. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
12, 12. Here we go, 11, 11. Ready, stop.
Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's get set. Can.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner.
On one, ready?
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
11. Here we go. Right, 80. 11. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And fine ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
11. Stop.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win. Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
319.
Warren quick on the draw. And a nice choice there to send this outside. It gets about 6 yards on the carry. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Dump off caught by his back. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Firing quickly as Rodgers complete. And he's brought down at the line. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers take a 4th-quarter lead. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
I'm one, right?
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow. Setting up the screen. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Here we go.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 180. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. It's a pickup of 26. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
12. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 180.
Straight ahead they go with P-Ron. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they get this down to the 28. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Again, Rodgers. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A timeout now with 5 seconds left on the clock, and they're in position to force overtime here with a field goal. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, It could be for the game winner.
This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
On 2.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
180.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Chooses to bring this one out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Gun. Shot. 11. Shot.
First throw of overtime. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Kind of a curious call there, Kate, because the passing game, it's not worked real well for them in regulation, and that operation, that wasn't good enough either.
Chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on second down.
11. Let's get set. Shot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He has it, but he can't hang on. No interception, incomplete. Oh, the impact that could have had on overtime. Instead, we move on to third down.
You know, that is such a bummer because those are the moments you live for defensively. Those are all the reps you do in practice to get to that moment when the ball's in your hand to make that interception. He can't get it done. Now he's got to flush it and go make another play.
I'm fine. Ready?
All right, going to need the full 10 here on this opening drive of overtime if they don't want to stall out.
11. Shot. 12. 11 mighty. Shot.
Here he goes, third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to him. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Drifting towards a possible tie, but they could avoid that outcome, partner. If they can do something here, ready to operate on second down. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
On third down, here's Johnson. Play not developing as they'd hoped, so that's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Here's Brown to start the drive. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now he really manageable second down.
That's completed out to the right. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Burrow on first down. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
11. Right, 80.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. Steelers have it, headed the other way. He cuts it right sideline. There's room to run. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers parlay the turnover into a lead. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And in overtime, it was their defense who actually came up with the heroics. Not by making a stop, but by being the ones to score that game-ending touchdown. What an unexpected and exciting way to conclude this incredible ball game. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.